So I'm chatting to Frances Goodall today, who is running the Women's Wellness Circle and has a new book coming out. And also, I think you're quite a fan of Rosen method, Frances, so it's lovely to talk to you. And perhaps you can tell me a little bit about what got you into this kind of area of looking at wellness.
Well, because I used to have chronic fatigue for 5 years in my early 20s, which left me housebound for a long time and bedbound at times. And through that process, I got really into different kinds of ways of looking at self-healing, calming my system down, helping my body to get better. And I got inspired by other people that had managed to get better from similar conditions. I was diagnosed as having chronic fatigue syndrome, or ME. And I think I actually got into Rosen after that, but during that process I was getting into lots of different things, which then later led me to Rosen as another helpful modality for myself, but also because I became a practitioner of various modalities, including things like NLP and emotional freedom technique and coaching and massage and the Bowen technique and different things. So that's where it all came from, really. And still passionate today about health and wellness. And
I know that your website or your email address used to be the Integral Therapist.
Yeah, it used to be, yeah.
Yes, and now it is.
And now it's just my name. Yeah. Yeah. I call myself the Integral Therapist because I was drawing on lots of different things. Yeah, in my work. So.
What is it about Rosen that appeals to you?
What about Rosen appeals to me is I just found that it was just really helpful for me personally, that I just love the kind of nature of the touch and the holding and the safety of Rosen, and how helpful it was for me to release certain levels of tension that I was carrying, emotional holding in my system. And I just found it was a really it was a beautiful integration of a lot of things I'd done before, like body work, but with sort of emotional work, and it just felt really a great meeting of the two. So I'd love going on lots of Rosen intensives and weekends. I'm not got to the point of being an internal practitioner yet, but maybe one day I'll get there. But so.
And do you think it's got anything, because I know that you had a particular interest with chronic fatigue?
Yes.
Or also exhaustion, different types of exhaustion. I wonder if you have any theories of your own about why something that involves relaxation it seems to be so helpful.
Well, that often when underlying any kind of chronic health condition, I believe that there is often a stress or emotional component to it, or a combination of factors, traumas and different things that can lead to that. So any modality really that helps to calm the nervous system down and get into a more relaxed state, can help the body to start to heal itself. So I believe as part of a holistic package of looking at health, that Rosen method can be a useful part of that process. And I often recommend it to clients, and I've recommended it in my book on healing chronic illnesses as one modality that might be helpful to explore alongside perhaps other things as well.
And what other chronic illnesses do you include in your book?
I talk about a range of different chronic illnesses, so autoimmune illnesses. I talk about women's sort of health issues, things like endometriosis, and sort of. My main area of work has been working with people with chronic fatigue syndrome, fibromyalgia, multiple chemical sensitivity. So they're the kind of main ones that I talk about, but I also talk about other ones as well, just from what I've learned about people who have healed themselves from a whole range of different conditions. And I still find it really inspiring, what is possible in the body once the right support is in place, and once the nervous system starts to release things that are being held, and once the mindset's in the right place, and there's enough holding and support around it all. So I'm just really, still inspired by what's possible, really. And I do believe there's kind of an innate wisdom within our bodies, and an innate wanting to heal that, given the right sort of support and conditions, can happen. And it may take time, or it may not be a physical healing, it may be more of a kind of spiritual healing that happens, but there is this potential for physical healing to occur as a result of contacting more of that innate wisdom within us. So yeah.
And do you give case studies in your new book? Do you have examples of people who've come for different treatments, and what's happened, what they've noticed, and what they've gained and benefited from?
Yes, I do write about stories from clients' experiences and also stories from colleagues who have healed themselves of different conditions. So yeah, I write, and I've also got my whole story in there about healing chronic fatigue syndrome, and I also had precancerous cells on my cervix that I was told I needed to have operated on, but managed to they went away with my own work. So yeah.
Mm. And tell me about the Women's Wellness Circle. Who's involved in that and how did that come about?
Yeah, so my friend Sophie and I had been running retreats for many years, for mainly for women, but we'd also run some mixed ones as well on the theme of recovering well-being. But we realised that mainly women were drawn to work with us, and also we were passionate about working with women. So we decided to focus our working on just working with women with chronic health problems. And so we've been offering online courses and in-person retreats for a couple of years now, and it's about creating a really safe container of a sister circle, either online or in person, and also offering tried and tested tools to support women to heal and that sort of thing. So yeah, Rosen method would be one of the things that we would recommend to our women to explore as something to support them. So yeah.
And one of the things that I think can be very exciting when people come on Rosen courses is that you try out doing Rosen yourself, and you learn to feel into the different layers of tension, whether physical or emotional, in somebody else. And I think it's very empowering to be able to use your own body, your own touch, your own ability to sense. I think that does something to people, rather than just being passive and receiving a treatment, to also learn how to give the treatment yourself, or how to use your own touch, your own maybe intuitive possibilities. Do you have any thoughts on that, about people actually actively participating in workshops as well as receiving their own private treatments?
Oh yeah, well I think that's really great, and I think we've all got within us maybe the potential to access that kind of healing and sort of support, and to be able to help others as well as help ourselves. So, and I also agree that that's very empowering. I know when I think about my own journey, I'd received so much support to heal, and it just felt natural to kind of want to then offer some of what I'd learned and to support others as well. And the power of touch for healing is amazing. So yeah, I mean obviously when women have got chronic health problems, they might need to receive quite a lot before they're ready to offer too much, so but at the right time, I think, yeah, absolutely, that it's very empowering for women or anyone really to be able to offer touch that's supportive and healing for someone else. So
And you've been instrumental in bringing Rosen up to Sheffield and hosting some workshops there. Why did you want to bring Rosen up to Sheffield?
I think initially it was almost like a bit of a selfish reason. I wanted to be able to have regular Rosen myself, but it felt like it was too difficult to travel somewhere else. So the only way would be is if I got people interested in the north. So, but also I really, I really believe in Rosen, and I really feel like it's been really helpful for me personally, and for other people that I know have really got into it. So I want to sort of spread the love of Rosen, because I believe as an important body of work that needs to be more out there somehow in the UK maybe, and yeah. So.
And I know sometimes it's difficult to think exactly what you've got from something, because also when you're doing lots of other things, they all feed into one another, and it's part of an overall growth. And as you say, we can be doing several different things, but if you can you think of anything specific that you feel that Rosen has given you? Or
yeah, I would say that it's given me more of a general sense of wholeness. I think at times I have had trauma in my system and had fragmented parts of me, and it feels like it's helped to bring more wholeness. It's helped to release some physical tension in my body. I feel it's helped me in my relationships to actually be able to establish a long-term relationship, which before the last 6 years was just, I didn't seem to be able to do that. So I feel like I don't know if it's all the Rosen, but I feel like that's been a part of my journey, and it's been an important part. So yeah.
And with the other people that you've recommended Rosen for, what was it about Rosen that you thought would be good for them, and what were some of the things that they experienced that they shared with you that they found useful?
Yeah, so I think things like, having tension that seem to have an emotional origin, people that are maybe quite open-minded and have explored quite a bit, but maybe just need something that gets in there quite a deep and safe way. And many women who have come, and women and men who have come to the workshops in Sheffield have been very, very happy with their experience of doing a Rosen weekend and receiving Rosen, and I think similar kind of things really, that it's helped to release tension in the body, helped to bring more wholeness, helped to resolve certain maybe emotional holding patterns, and work through some things that are important. So
brilliant.
Yeah.
Frances, is there anything you'd like to say before we end the interview? About your work or
I'm not sure exactly when this is going to be in your newsletter, but we've got the Women's Wellness Council, which is being launched this week, which is it's going to be live in March from March the 8th, which is International Women's Day. So that's womenswellnesscouncil.com. And if you are interested to find out more about my work, then I've got this book on healing chronic illness, and it's called You Can Heal Chronic Illness, The Lotus Process, 8 Steps to Health and Happiness. So.
Can you just show us the index with the chapters inside?
Okay. Yeah. Although this is the one that my friend's been doing some edits on, because I need to do a final edit of it, because it's about so yeah.
Great. Thank you. Thank you, Frances. Lovely to talk to you.
Yeah.
And you will be interviewing me.
Yes.
In 2 days' time for the Women's Wellness.
Yeah, and your interview will be live on the 8th of March as well, so that's the Body Day. So yeah.
Lovely. Thank you so much.
Oh, you're welcome. Thank you.